He is currently one of the most prolific filmmakers in the world. Isaac Nabwana, 53 years old, has nearly 100 films to his name. Almost all of them were shot in the neighbourhood where he grew up, in Kampala, Uganda.
Steady! Okay, let's go, action!
These films are made with his neighbours and friends, who have become his most loyal actors.
Cut! Cool. Sorry, Rabbi. When I'm shooting, I'm like the Chinese movies. Normally they dance where say, yeah. That is how I do. Yeah, with this Jimbo. In fact, this Jimbo has taught me how to dance. I was not a good dancer. Let's go, Ken!
Each of his films is shot in just a few days. The budget rarely exceeds 300 euros. His wife, ARTE, handles the production.
Cut!
After shootings, you can joke, you can do whatever you want, but if it's directing, my dear, no joke. He's not a joking subject. You cannot see yourself. You cannot see yourself, but you're crazy.
I'm a good guy.
His films look like this, a unique style. Handmade, ultra-fast paced, exaggerated, hilarious, and violent. The special effects are cobbled together. The stories involve child kidnappings, witchcraft, and cannibalism. They're comic adventures where the weak fight the powerful, where people battle for honor, love, or for the pleasure of fighting. Isaac Nabwana has been a great admirer of Bruce Lee films since childhood. It all began in the working-class neighbourhood of Wakaliwood in the south of Kampala, in this studio, renamed Wakaliwood for the occasion. It's in this backyard that he films the scenes for his next film, always with limited resources, but plenty of imagination and resourcefulness.
I believe that our parents should discover the talent in us. They have to look at you. Action! My grandfather told me you are an artist when I was very young in 1983. So I follow his words up to now. That's why I say that is talent. I'm a self-taught.
But
okay? What I call a movie is action. Love story will never be a movie for me. Western have got also another taste of action. They don't like violence. Oh, it is too violent, it's too violent. But if it's not a violence, why is it action? It has to be violent. That is why Uganda loves this.
one is my son, Isaac Newton. Another one is Newton's cousin. And another one is from the neighborhood, yes. And no, because we work on a low-budget movie or sometimes no-budget movie, so they are not paid. But if we get a project and it's like funded with little money, so they get transport and lunch. Yeah, but if it's the project is not funded, so they come willingly. Yeah.
Your son is a good actor?
Of course he is. What do you expect from me, from a mother, to say?
In the slum of Wakaliwood, with 5,000 residents, everyone knows Isaac and his crew, film enthusiasts who've shot in these alleyways for 20 years. Many have been extras. Isaac was 32 years old when he started. He was a bricklayer.
This is where I used to make bricks. That is my area where I normally use bricks. This one. This is where I made bricks, and this is where, out of these bricks, I bought the first camera. This is it. They never believed that I could make a movie. Hey, Roger. I need retirement. And they say, no, you are young. There are many directors who are 8 and above. I tell them, no, I'm different. I've directed, I've written, I've edited, I've shot them. So we have few directors who can do that.
Uganda super engineering okuyingira singi bukumi abakulu abato singi bizana esawa 10 zenyingi onakuwa lero okulya n'okunywa byabwerera abayimbidde sebatandise. What about the other guy? Are you coming?
Yeah, we are coming. I'm coming.
What about the
Who killed the Captain Alex?
2009 was the turning point. In 1 week, with 150 euros in his pocket, he finished the film that launched him globally.
What the heck?
Who Killed Captain Alex? The story of an incorruptible detective fighting a terrible mafia who has to deal with a police force that is both incompetent and corrupt. Thousands of DVDs were sold at the time, and more than 10 million views on YouTube and social media. The entire world discovered Wakaliwood. How, in this country of 50 million people, did this handmade cinema manage to establish itself, defying all the rules of production? How did Isaac Nabwana, completely self-taught, manage to build a studio capable of captivating millions of viewers? Andrew Kagwa, an influential film critic at one of the country's major newspapers, thinks he has a tentative answer.
Isaac brought cinema to the people. Cinema had been popular, but it wasn't the Ugandan cinema. When it comes to cinema at that time, most Ugandans knew the Hollywood cinema, the translated Hollywood films. That's what most of them had seen. We had not seen Ugandan films on the screen, more so action films, because when you talked about a Ugandan film, most people thought it was going to be a drama. So he brought the action films to the screen, and he popularized it. And trust me, it's so hard to talk about Ugandan film industry, and the name Isaac Nabwana doesn't show up. If the name doesn't show up, at least someone will say Wakaliwood.
To understand, we need to put things in perspective. For decades, between military dictatorship and political instability, national production was almost non-existent in the country. Under the rule of dictator Amin Dada during the 1970s, all forms of artistic expression were monitored, diverted, or suppressed.
government of Uganda, so help me God.
8 années durant, Idi Amin Dada a fait marcher son pays, l'Ouganda, à la baguette et à la trique.
Aucun milieu n'est épargné. Bilan d'Amnesty International, 300 000 victimes en 8 ans.
Cinemas closed, cameras fell silent. Only state television broadcasted official content. A cinema silenced.
Scene 1, take 4. And action!
It was in this context that Wakaliwood was born, and in its wake, a whole new generation of filmmakers is emerging.
Aggie, what are you doing here?
What am I doing here? I should be the one asking you that question.
Please calm down.
Is this the working trip you told me on?
Aggie, calm down. Aggie, it's not what you think, I swear, it's not what you think.
Kampala confusion.
On the heights of Kampala, a film school,
Take 3.
one of about 10 that now exist in the capital. This new sector is creating jobs.
If you promise me that you'll be honest from now on.
I promise. I cross my heart. Thank you.
Cut!
Catherine Nakimwero, 28 years old. She's part of the very latest intake.
She's going to start,
She wants to become a director. For 8 months, she and her colleagues learn how to film, write, and direct actors. The training costs €2,000 a year, a fortune in this country where the average salary barely reaches €100 a month. Here, she learns the codes of the genre in a very puritanical society.
You take a deep breath. No anger. Anger building up.
There are the stories that work, the essential ones, and the themes that are impossible to address.
So what you feel is not like, no, it's like, what the hell is that? I hate you, Sissy. He stands up. It's prestigious for a man to have so many children, and with so many children, also many wives is a sign of power. So naturally, certain men are still stuck in that. So it's almost very common to find those kind of stories.
The number of women are so many. So about having such relationship in Uganda, it's a story that almost 99% of everyone can relate to.
The racial thing is, they keep telling us, you know, women, you should be humble. You're so many, there's so very few men to take you on. So if you get one man to take 9 of you, you're lucky. Stand by. Aggie, we're just concentrating on you. Look at him in the face. How could you? How could you? Your eyes open, okay? That's how we get to feel what you're feeling, yeah? It is very hard here to talk about sex. Oh, really? In fact, it is taboo because they believe this is private. People can reject your movie because you show too much.
Stop! It's okay.
But also, here we are very sensitive about homosexuality. That's taboo. That is like, they even put fines and they tell you they'll arrest you for 20 years when you are promoting homosexuality. They are against it, and the people who, we've known of people who have been killed when you stay, say, in the ghettos or in the suburbs.
But you as a future director who wants impact, don't you want to change those things?
I even fear to answer that question, but the truth is I would want, for me, I am a very open-minded person, and I feel like as a director it would require me to be open-minded. Between me and you, I would want to tell stories with no limits, personally, but the system does not allow me. I hate you!
Stop!
I hate you!
Stop, Aggie!
Oh!
Stop!
Here, it's not like that free country where you say whatever you want.
But you are still determined to be a filmmaker.
I am personally very determined. Yes, I am.
Uganda is still a dictatorship today, ruled with an iron fist for nearly 40 years by an autocrat, Yoweri Museveni. A society under surveillance and under influence. As night falls, preachers are out in force in the capital, Kampala. Evangelical churches have become a political force, influential in circles of power. The president himself claims to belong to this movement. In 2023, the country adopted one of the world's most repressive laws on homosexuality.
Une fois que ce projet passe, nous renforcerons l'application de cette loi pour s'assurer que les homosexuels n'aient plus leur place en Ouganda.
Ce député brandit fièrement le texte de loi paraphé par le président de l'Ouganda. Cette signature promulgue officiellement la loi anti-homosexualité.
Homosexuality has become a crime, punishable by life imprisonment, or in some cases, the death penalty. The media are in tune. They openly target the gay community and regularly publish arbitrary denunciation lists. In these conditions, it's difficult to imagine a free cinema that would escape censorship. Yet a new generation is cautiously pushing the boundaries. Change of scene. We're on the set of the series that's currently setting the country alight. Damali, the first Ugandan telenovela, now in its 3rd season. The woman producing this series is Doreen Mirembe. She established herself with the arrival of platforms in the Ugandan market and private operators, particularly South African ones.
You shot the whole day, with most of the journey on the episode with that?
Like 3 days.
What? Okay, next time you do, there's something I tell you about props. You get a prop immediately, send it to the group, we see. Send for us and we approve that this can do.
Rolling 124, take 3, mark it. Set.
Well, this industry is, right now I think it's a young pregnancy. Maybe the child has been given birth to it now. Back in the day, like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, it was a young pregnancy. Maybe now the child has been born and the child is just here. The child has arrived, yeah. And not yet crawling or not yet walking, the child is just here. So it's a really young industry. Financially, commercially, it is young because we've been making movies, we've been telling stories for free. Yeah, and now we have a chance that we have broadcasters who are coming and say, okay, you have an idea? Bring it, let's see how it goes. Yeah, but it is just a baby that has just been born.
You know you owe money, you don't feel hunted to pay back.
Mom, what happened with Josiah?
Each 30-minute episode is filmed in 3 days with a budget of €7,000.
You don't get to treat people like they're your chess pieces. I'm not a pawn, Mom. I am your son.
Cut.
Doreen is one of Isaac's heirs, of the free spirit of Wakaliwood, a new generation that's beginning to impose a social cinema. No politics, but innovative themes. Here, the heroine is a businesswoman who dictates her law to men.
Right now, you go home with a check and yeah, at least now it's better, I would say.
Have you seen the themes, the topics in the movies change also?
Yeah. Right now people are tackling more society-based topics, gender-based violence. Recently, I saw someone produce a film. I personally produced a film about disinformation. So the topics are changing from what we used to tell before. We used to tell stories about families, prostitution, stepmothers mistreating their children. But right now, people are tackling. The scope has widened. People are now looking at a more global. They're looking. The film is now more. The films are now more global.
Women seem to have a lot of power in your series.
In this one, yeah, because it has not been there so much. Even here on set and everything, women tend to be, but of recent, so many women have come up and they are taking up the seats. They're taking the seats on the table. And every time I get a chance to direct a woman that is in a position of power, I make sure I push it and, yes, preach it.
A sign of these changes and this new vitality, the country organises its own film festival, which has been growing every year since its creation 10 years ago. The country's biggest singers host the evening. The Ugandan state finances the event with the ambition of promoting worldwide its directors, producers and actors.
Best TV drama series.
More than 20 prize categories are awarded. Each winner leaves with cheques ranging from €300 to €600. And the grand prize goes to...
The winner tonight is Damala.
Doreen Mirembe, the creator of the series Damali.
Thank you for allowing me to be in this industry. You know how it is, but this is passion. This is what we love, telling African stories. Today I will not thank the cast. Today I will thank Abana, Baba Skakebo, Ababeda Kuchai, Aba Props, Aba Costume, Aba Scripts, Aba Brainstorm, everybody who has done everything behind the scenes. I see you. I love you. You make us what we are.
Okay. In 1, 2, 3, action.
Everyone out there, live your dream. If you feel you want to be in the industry, please start now. Start. Wake up and write that script. Wake up and shoot that film. Wake up on that documentary. Now is the time. Don't wait.
Uganda is now one of the 5 most important film producers on the African continent, with more than 300 films shot each year, far behind Nigeria. Vocations being born everywhere in the country. In Wakaliwood, Isaac has created with his brother a kung fu and stunt school. Every weekend, the communal school courtyard becomes their training center. For now, most of them have only acted in Isaac's films, but they're thinking big and tirelessly rehearse their moves, hoping to be spotted one day.
When we're about to do like a movie, we come this side and then we make some, movie scenes. We create some movie scenes that we can act at home. Yeah.
So you improve?
Yeah, we improve a lot. Because it even helps our body to be like physical fit. Yeah, mentally, physically. Yeah, that's why we train.
What are your dreams as an actor?
Right now, to be very famous and to win an award, an Oscar award, obviously. Like the world to know me, to make my parents proud. Yeah, those are my dreams. To be very famous in the world. People to know me that I'm a good actor. Yes.
And you started here?
Yeah, I started here in 2019. And that's when I started acting, because I was like, I didn't know how to act, but my parents gave me a chance to act and they trained me very well to be a good stunt man so that I can act very well in movies. So I really want to go abroad and act in Hollywood movies so that they can know me. Yeah, and I know it will happen one day. Yeah.
In the neighbourhood, everyone, or almost everyone, has gathered under the wooden shed that serves as a cinema. Each person has paid a few euro cents to squeeze onto the benches and rediscover one of Isaac Nabwana's great classics, The Adventures of a Sorcerer with Magical Powers.
Ladies and children, that is my target audience. If you are targeting children, then you have to, by all means, to target mothers. Because when mothers are watching movie, they always watch the movie with their children. And if the star is a child, that is automatic. The mother is going to call children, come and see your fellow child in the movie. So these children are going to be attached. But you have to target the mother, the women, because they are the mother of the audience.
Isaac is already preparing the sequel to the film that made him famous, Who Killed Captain Alex? The Return. Behind the jokes and the stunts, his films tell the story of Ugandan society. Dreamed up and created with limited means to get messages across, even where everything seems to forbid it.
Mwebale tugerate kuleta ne Rolex ki? Rolex time ejja. Mwebale kuwagira.